I've actually already got a pretty solid idea for the character that I want to use, or the character that I want to play. I'm going to be playing a Bleak Walker Paladin, and so when you create a Paladin oh right, actually let's just you know what? Let's just go through it as we would when we're Let's just go through it the character creation, and I'll talk about that as we go. Okay, so let's just go new game. I'm going to be playing the normal difficulty level. Again, I played like some Baldur's Gate and some other stuff, and so I feel like I'm not a total noob, and so I think I can probably get away with not playing easy. We'll see. And then I want to play expert mode. So what this does is it takes away some of the features that make it so that it's a little bit obvious about what's going on with the game mechanics. And so, for instance, like I think that this takes away like the little notification saying that like, oh, you can only do this conversation option because you're strong, and so, or because you're because you have really good survival skills or whatever you have. And so I think I'm gonna do expert mode on my first playthrough just so I experience it more like a story and less like a game. And then these other ones are kind of not so hard, and Path of the Damned is just apparently ridiculous. And then Trial of Iron basically makes it so if your character ever dies, the game just ends and you only get one save. So this kind of turns it into not a roguelike in that sense. But yeah, I think expert mode, and so like if I die a few times, I can do whatever. And I can disable expert mode if I end up being not able to complete the game in a reasonable fashion. Actually, I just want to check one thing too. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna go normal expert to start with. Again, I might turn off expert mode if I end up if I can't figure out what's going on. So let's go. Obsidian Entertainment. The Pillars of Eternity. These games always have goofy names. Your character's biography writes itself as your adventures unfold. Check the journal tab of the quest window to see how it has.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern, his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. So now we get to do our character creation. So I'm going to play a female character. I play female characters, and male characters pretty balanced, but this one I want to be female. And there are some sort of standard fantasy races like your humans and dwarves and elves, but there are also a couple other ones that are different for this game, such as the Aumaua, and they're kind of this like aquatic people. The mighty Aumaua are the largest of the Kith races and commonly found in or near oceans. Although not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as the Rautai, are based on naval dominance. They are unparalleled in strength. We also have dwarves. By virtue of the land covered and a number of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Deerwood and the Valen republics, in almost any colonized land. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity, so they're a little bit clumsy with the loss to dexterity, and they're a little bit strong with might. Elves, they get bonuses to dexterity and perception. Elves are the dominant race in the Ear Glanfath and the white that wends, and are extremely common in the Deerwood and Adir. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence, as well as their commonly isolationist nature. Okay. Then we have the Orlan, and the Orlan are kind of like they're kind of like these little kind of rat, not like rat, but little rat-like people. And so they're, it says, Orlans are the smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-toned skin, and hirsute bodies. Orlans are commonly found in Glanfath and the Ixmitil plains and parts of the Deerwood. They're known for their mental intensity and quickness. Okay, and then you have the godlike, and the godlike are the godlike are children of the Kith, or civilized races, that have been blessed with the physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. So, they're kind of interesting, and if you actually choose a god, like there's several different ones, like there's the death and the fire. The fire is pretty sweet, I have to say, in terms of the effect. And then there's like the moon godlike, and also the nature. I don't know, I'm not really into that. I think I just want to play a human, because I'm boring. Humans, commonly called folk, are the most common race in the Deerwood, the Aedir Empire, Old Avalia, and the Valen Republics. Although not as large as the towering Aumaua, humans are known for their strength and willpower. So you just get +1 resolve, +1 might. So that's pretty good. So we're gonna do that. The Meadow Folk are the most common humans in the Deerwood. The Meadow Folk have lived in the area for almost 2,000 years. They traditionally live on the edges of the elven forest, working the open plains, hence their name. All humans get the fighting spirit, so once per encounter, 5 seconds after being reduced below 50% endurance, folk gain bonuses to accuracy and damage. So that's the human bonus. That sounds good. Let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and do... I want to go do Paladin. So Paladins are martial zealots devoted to a god, a ruler, or a way of life. They can be found in any culture where a fanatical group of like-minded individuals have formed a warrior society dedicated to advancing their cause. Among those aligned with their worldview, paladins are viewed with respect, admiration, and if a bit of fear. Many paladins hold leadership positions in armies and mercenary companies, but the heat of battle, their fanaticism often overrules the chain of command and common sense. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Starting ability, Faith and Conviction. Paladins have an inherent bonus to all of their defenses. Over the course of the game, the value of this bonus may shift based on the reputations that the paladin gains to their behaviors that are gains relative to the behaviors that are preferred by his or her order. So basically, the way it works is like you choose an order, and then that order has a couple of different sort of dispositions that it likes. So the one I'm going to be choosing is the Bleak Walkers, and so they're all about you being cruel and being really aggressive. And so if I role play my character as being really cruel and aggressive, then I get some minor bonuses to my defenses. Whereas if I'm really nice and try to like be diplomatic with people, then I get penalties to that. And so it gives you an incentive to sort of role play, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and do that. And Paladins, they're very athletic, and they know a little bit about lore, and their accuracy is pretty good. So let's go ahead and continue. We're gonna do a Paladin, and again, I'm gonna be the Bleak Walkers. So the Bleak Walkers are soldiers dedicated to conducting warfare mercilessly with extreme brutality in order to bring a swift end to conflicts. Because they are renowned for their terrible and unyielding nature, most nobles will only call on them as a last resort. The Bleak Walkers' behavior reinforces cruelty because the quickest resolution to a battle is the one which the Bleak Walkers' arrival is announced and a surrender immediately follows. To ensure that people understand that no mercy will be given by Bleak Walkers, they give quarter under they will never give quarter under any circumstances. Yeah, so I have to be basically just a complete bastard when I'm playing this game. And yeah, and so here this is the favored dispositions are cruel and aggressive, and the disfavored dispositions are benevolent and diplomatic. So I need to avoid any conversation or like resolution things that I think will make me look nice or like I'm trying to work with people. So basically I just have to be a badass and try to hurt people. Because That's sort of the Paladin order. There are a couple other ones like the Kind Wayfarers. They give you bonuses if you're nice and if you're passionate, but if you're cruel and deceptive, they don't. And then like the Shield Bearers are honest and diplomatic. So basically, just you can choose a Paladin order that you think is going to sort of fit your play style. So I'm going to go ahead and do Bleak Walkers because we're going to be a jerk. I'm really excited about this. Okay. So now we get to choose our first Paladin ability. Paladin abilities cover 3 major categories: close, passive, and modal support abilities, single target support abilities, and a small number of targeted offensive abilities. So because my character is a Bleak Walker, I'm going to choose the offensive abilities and sort of create an offensively oriented Paladin, which is probably not the best idea. It's probably, like, from a gameplay perspective, it's probably weaker than a defensive oriented Paladin, but I just thought it'd be fun. So I'm going to choose the Flames of Devotion. And so the Flames of Devotion calls upon the Paladin's inner fire, causing their weapons to burst into flame and adding 100% burn damage for their next attacks. I can do this twice per battle, basically. The encounter is basically per battle. And it gives you a full attack plus 50% extra damage as burning damage. And this is going to be good because I'm going to be focusing on big weapons, and so hopefully the extra damage will add up. Okay. So I'm Bleak Walker. I'm a Bleak Walker, which is super cool. And this is actually one thing I really like about this. Oh, you know what? I might move that down a little bit, just so we can see the things. It's kind of cool because when you're creating your character, it actually will sort of set up these banners at the top. And so if you want to go back, you can click on those things. But anyway, I might have to move my camera stuff. I don't know. I don't know what the game interface is going to look like yet, and so we'll have to see. Whoops. Okay. So one really cool thing about this game that I learned when I was watching a couple of videos is that so you have 6 different attributes: might, constitution, dexterity, perception, intellect, and resolve. And one thing that's kind of cool is that every single class benefits in some weird way from all of the stats. So like normally you would think, okay, I'm a paladin, so that means I need like high intellect and high constitution or whatever. But actually, like, you can, if you see, like, when you hover over these things, it just says like +3 damage and healing. And so if you're a healer class, like, maybe you also want might. Whereas if you're not a healer class, maybe the might isn't as interesting. You might want might as like a barbarian, but you also might want might as a healer. And so might represents a character's physical and spiritual strength, brute force, as well as their ability to channel powerful magic. During interactions, it can be used for intimidating displays and acts of brute force. So I'm going to want a lot of might because my character is supposed to sort of be intimidating and basically pushing people around. In combat, it contributes to both damage and healing, as well as the fortitude defense. Okay. So that's good. So Fortitude, I think, is that's like against physical attacks. Yeah, Fortitude resists the attacks of internal physical systems of the character, e.g. poison, disease, etc. It is defined by the character's class, level, might, and constitution, but it can also be influenced by other effects. Okay. So basically, I'm going to want a fair amount of might because I want to have if I have a lot of might, it'll make my Flames of Devotion do more damage because I'll be having more damage, I think. And constitution is basically your health and how powerful you are there. I probably want a little bit of this, but not much. And then dexterity also increases your action speed as well as your reflexes, which is kind of cool. Perception gives you a chance to interrupt enemies, as well as deflection, which is basically like melee defense, I think. I believe that's melee defense. Defense against direct melee and ranged attacks that are not area of effect. It is defined by the character's class, level, perception, and resolve, but may also be influenced by shields and so forth. Okay, and then we also have Intellect, represents a character's logic and reasoning capabilities. In interactions, it can be useful for deduction, sudden realizations, and problem solving. In combat, it contributes to will defense and influences the duration and area of effects of talents and abilities. Okay. And then finally we have Resolve. Resolve reflects a character's internal drive, determination, and fearlessness, and the emotional intensity they can project to others. It can be useful for mental intimidation, leadership, and convincing performances. In combat, it will help characters maintain concentration, which is basically like, if you get hit when you're doing an ability, it will pop off. How likely they are to have their attacks interrupted during combat. So we want to have some, because we're going to have a pretty big weapon, we want to have a fair amount of resolve, because we really don't want to have We really don't want to get interrupted when we're swinging our big sword around. That would be bad. Okay. So I think we don't want that much so I'm sort of trying to think, like, what things can we lose? I think being able to interrupt people is probably going to be pretty good, so I'm going to get a couple points here. And perception. Dexterity. Extra action speed is very good, but I think it's more important that this character in particular is strong, because I'm going to be doing just a few big attacks. So let's go ahead and do that. 19. Do we really want 19 strength plus 30% damage and 18 fortitude? So that means I would resist like poisons and disease, and I would hit for a lot of damage, but I would be pretty slow. Let's see, I could do extra speed too, a little bit of dex. I don't know, I think that 19 is probably excessive. I'm gonna go like maybe 21. And then I think that I don't necessarily need intellect on this character. Let's see, 12%, so pretty quick. It's probably better for me. So this character will be kind of crushing blows is sort of what I'm thinking. So maybe I don't need the extra dexterity. Does perception affect reflex? So perception does affect reflex. So instead of dexterity, I'm just going to put those points into perception. And then I'm going to put a couple more into might. So I want to be really strong. But another 10% action speed, though, is really good, because that's 10% more damage, right? But that's not what I'm going for, I guess. So let's see. Intellect, resolve. I think probably resolve is good, and I'll be kind of balanced otherwise, I guess. So I'll go like 2 intellect, so 12% area of effect, 10% duration, 4 will. Yeah, so that gives me a little bit of will bonus, a little bit of reflex bonus, and a really good might bonus. But I'm kind of weak in hit points. I wonder if I should have just a little bit more constitution. I think I'm going to take 1 point out of all of these and do 3 constitution, because that'll give me another 10% hit points. That sounds good. So yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, let's try this. So I'm going to be very strong, but not particularly fast. Actually, I'll go slightly fast. Hey, agent. Oh, pretty good so far. I'm just doing character creation stuff right now. Okay, so yeah, we'll be somewhat resolved, but just like super might. We'll be very powerful, because we want to be able to bully people and push them around. Actually, I'm going to take a couple points out of might, and I'm going to put one of those in intellect and the other in resolve. What's that? Okay. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so we have a little bit more resolve than average. We haven't done the cosmetic stuff yet, though. I'm gonna go just a little bit of extra health. I think I don't need to be particularly fast. I think it's more important that I can reason slightly better than average, and then I'm just I just want to be a baller, I think, in terms of strength. Let's go like that. That looks nice. Okay, let's continue onward. Okay, so now this is this basically is your background, and this just gives you like a 1 point bonus to something, and it just kind of helps you out a little bit in some way. And it also, so this basically changes it gives you like it gives you 1 stat point boost, and it also affects like your starting equipment and like what you look like. I kind of want to do the white that wends, which is like a polar cold region to the I think it's to the far north, is that what it says? Oh, it's southern region, excuse me. A large, cracked southern expanse of polar ice The White that Wends is home to the Pale Elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtually no plant life grows in the White, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage from the sea or prey upon each other to survive. You vote for the pink shield? Hang on. So yeah, like there are lots of different little things that we can do. Lots of things that we can do. I think that, again, this character is going to be using big weapons though, and so I think I either want to do the Adir to start with the nice breastplate, or to do the White that Wends to just start with the big two-handed sword. And then I'll have to pick up a like a nice, some heavy armor later on in the game. So I think I'm going to go... Adir Empire is currently it is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Although the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Adir is at its heart and houses the majority of human and elven nations. I wonder if we do... Interesting. Go for the big, bulky, hitty thing? Yeah, I think we're going to go for the White that Wends. So we're going to be kind of a crazy character. I think we want to be... What's our background? I think our background is an explorer. Or a drifter? I think we want to go explorer. Or mystic. You've never been able to explain how the universe guides your path. Behind every task you undertake is a feeling of cosmic direction. Let's go explorer, I think. Because our character is going to, as a paladin, we're going to be able to do some of that. Okay, so now we get to choose our colors, which is basically just what our character looks like. Because we're kind of a badass, I think we have to go black and red. And so that way we can... Oh. Yeah, so this is our female character. I think we're going to want... We're going to want some nicer hair, though. That's kind of awesome. That's kind of cool. I like that. Let's see what else. I think, was it 8? I kind of like the 8 hair. The short hair. The short, straight hair. Let's see. There was another one that I liked when I was messing around with it earlier. Either that or just straight down. And then I think for the hair color, I was going to go black. I was going to go dark hair. Or, yeah, so I think either the long hair... Maybe 8. I think 8 was good. That just looks like it'd be a mess to maintain. I like that. I think just like the short or medium length cut. You think I have the... Hey, Aries, how you doing today? I do not have the worst choice in hair. Dang it. What are other options? We could do white hair. That's too scary, though, I think. That might make our character look really old. I don't know. We could do gold. Or... I just like the black. Or the dark hair. I'm doing well. I'm just starting up some Pillars of Eternity. I'm not a girl. My character is female, though. Yeah. Okay. And so now we go next. And so now we get to choose the portrait. I actually imported blue hair. I imported a bunch of custom ones, and I'm going to hope... Yeah, this is the one that I kind of like. I like the red and black one. So I imported that one. And also, she's got the big sword. Let's see here. That's not bad. There were a couple other good ones, too. The problem is I have like 700 of these things to go through. And so it can just click through them really quickly, I guess. Or click through a few of them. Where was it? There's somebody that was like 700 that looked really good. But yeah, I added in like another several hundred here. A lot of these, you can tell, they're just random portraits. That would be kind of cool if I were an elf. Vote for anime hair? Why would I do that? Let's see, wait. That's not bad. There are only about 2 or 3 there are only a handful of faces though, guys. So, I don't know. Like there are a couple, like I kind of like this one too. Again, it sort of fits the character with the dark hair, and she looks like an adventurer. Let's see, that's about 500. My God. Yeah, there are a couple other really good ones though that I liked. The people have spoken. Oh, that's not bad. Hang on, let me just see if I can find the right one. There's one more that I was going to consider, guys. This is Natalie Dormer, if you can't tell from Game of Thrones. Actually, this might be from the Tudors. I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah, so I just dumped in, like, another 700 or another 300 or something. 350. Basically doubling how many there were. What's MLG? What do you mean? Major League Gaming? That's kind of cool. That one's kind of cool. There's the blue hair. She looks like someone that would destroy. Let's see here. She destroy people. That's 580. Oh my gosh. There's one more that I kind of liked, guys. I'm going to show it to you real quick. What is it? What's MLG? What do you mean? Oh, okay. So it's might. Sorry, it's MIG. So it's might, constitution, dexterity, perception, intellect, and resolve. And so my character is very strong. Might represents like both like spiritual and also it's spiritual and also that one's kind of cool too. Sort of like is that Blake Lively? Might be. Anyway, it sort of represents a combination of like your physical and your spiritual strength. So I'm gonna go ahead and there's one more. She's not. I'm gonna crush you enough. Where was it? Oh my God. They really need a better way to just like scroll through these as opposed to tapping through each one, in my opinion. Oh, that's kind of cool. I kind of like this one too, guys. What do you think? Yes? No? Because it looks like she's wearing big, heavy, like woolly armor, which is what my character from The White That Wends would be wearing. Be something big and heavy. I think I would... Yeah. I'd probably lighten her skin 1 notch, though. Okay, and now we want appearance. So let's maybe lighten that 1 notch. Yeah, I'll go like that. Your character is the lady in the family who inherited all the testosterone. No, it's partially you know, training, right? And so they don't really have any big eyes. They're only a couple heads, unfortunately. Yeah, it's Natalie Dormer. So we're going, yeah, black armor. And then we'll go brown hair, I guess, to match this. That looks good. Okay, so yeah, our character is going to be, in case you guys missed it, so our character is a human paladin, and we selected the Bleak Walkers. And the Bleak Walkers basically means that we're supposed to be an asshole, okay? Like, we're supposed to be cruel and aggressive. And we get bonuses to our abilities if we go cruel and aggressive. So, yeah, the girl from Game of Thrones, the character's name is Marjorie Tyrell, and she's played by Natalie Dormer. Or Dormier, I'm not sure. I think it's Dormer. I'm not sure, though. But anyway, so yeah. So yeah, our character is supposed to be kind of a jerk. And now, I like this. This is looking good. We'll have a big sword. We'll be crushing people. And now we just have to choose what voice we want. Yeah, so we're going full-on renegade mode. Yeah. Okay, so we have several different voice choices.
Silence surrounds me.
Feisty? Hang on, how do we...
Yeah?
Okay.
Well, let's go! I've got this. My eyes are peeled. Let's go! Eh? Onward! Yes? Onward!
No.
Huh? Yeah? Well?
We haven't...
Yes. Yes. Bring them down. Yes.
I kind of like the sinister one. You can also do no voice if you want. The most annoying one.
Let's go. Yeah. After him.
I kind of like feisty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, I think you're right, Aries. I think my vote's on feisty too. Sinister's not bad too, though.
Dark. Bring them down. What is it? Kill them all. What is it? What is it? What is it? I'm here. Attack!
Yeah? Let's go!
Nah.
After them!
Yeah. Let's go!
I think female feisty is... Oh, by the way, are the audio levels okay in the game, guys? I toned it down like maybe 20% because it was a little bit loud when I first started, but...
Yeah.
I think let's just go...
No prisoners! What is it? Kill them all! Yeah.
I kind of like feisty better. I don't know. Maybe sinister would be more in line with my character, though.
Bring them down! Keeping an eye out. Now I am leader of the group. A blade in the dark. I've got this. Time to see and not be seen. My eyes are peeled. They won't see me coming. Now I am leader of the group.
Yeah. I think let's just go with feisty for now. And we need our character name. I think we need something... let's see. Something kind of... I kind of like... one name I like a lot is Sarissa. Or Serana, maybe? Hey, Alec! This is Evil Sunhawk. You're the female version of Evil Sunhawk. Or Nevin, excuse me. Spoiler alert. His real name might be Alec. Okay. I like, let's see. Marjorie. I'm not opposed to Marjorie. I don't want to use Marjorie Terrell, though, because she's more about, she's more about manipulating the system as opposed to being a badass. Mama Bear. I mean, I think we should think about the sounds of the letters. She's not necessarily evil. She's just a little bit evil, right? She's cruel and aggressive. Oh, you're talking about Marjorie Terrell. What if we do something like Nerdsworth? Yes, we could do Marjorie Nerdsworth. Hey, Badger, how you doing today? I'm okay with Marjorie. I kind of like, what was the other one I liked? I liked Rissa, actually. I kind of like the R and S sounds because I think they're associated with, like, slicing, right? I don't know, they have this sort of hard sound. The other one I like, I use this in WoW, is actually Skiva. God, you guys are just... no, I'm not gonna... Alec Terrell. What about Alexa Terrell? do that. Oh, what about Alexa? Or Alexandra? Kind of like Alexa. I like Skiva too. This is the name of one of my Warcraft characters. It's like, I think it's Norwegian for knife or something stupid, or I don't know. Or slash, or stab. It's some like violent action, I believe. So, let's see here. Verkia. What about, Sicey? Sicery? What about Saran? Dang it, Badger. Nerdsworth. Obviously, this is the family name. Hello, Clarice. Serenity? I could do Serenity. Pronounce Sacra. Saker. This is the one that I use. Well, I use Serene in games a lot too, or Serena, because Serene, I think, particularly like if you're talking about something that's sort of funereal, I think Serene is kind of nice because it's like it's serene now that everyone has been killed. You know what I mean? Like there's this sort of a, I don't know, kind of a dark undertone to it. Tater tot. Could do that. Rainbow Dash. Okay. Let's see. Sacra. Pillars of Eternity Nerdsworth. I'm okay with Sacra. Nerdsworth, obviously. Shazura. Tater tot robot. Potato salad. No, I don't even like potato salad. I don't think it's that good. I think it's overrated. Shazera. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm a Kashira. That's kind of cool too. I like that because that's like if you talk about a cesarean, it's like a big slice in a woman's stomach area. Strong woman number 4, Shazura. Kaishura. No, the Rainbow Dash one. Let's do Shazera or Kasera. Kaisra. Shazera. Kashura nerd. Shazera. Dang it, you guys are... What about just Kaisra? Because then it's sort of in that same vein. God, this is so hard. I don't know. Kaisra. Shazera. Kareza. Alexia. ShamWow. Yeah, I like Shazera. Nerdsworth, obviously. Okay, so we're gonna go Kashira. Actually, this should probably be an era. What if we do like that? Kaisera. God damn it. This is so hard. Naming stuff is the hardest part. I swear I spent like an hour trying to name a character in World of Warcraft a few days ago. Rissa? I do like Rissa though. Wait, hang on. What were some of the other choices? Rainbow Dash, Ebony, Hello, Clarice. Lex Luthor, Marguerite Tyrell, Seishura. Seishura? Well, the problem with this, Keishura, or I would say, see, I wouldn't say it that way because, like, when I see this, I see Kaisar, right? Right? Because this looks like, this is almost Caesar, right? And in Latin, you don't ever say a C like an S. It's always like it's real hard. It's like a K, right? So it'd be Kaisar, right? It's never C. It's not Caesar if you're talking about Latin. And so that I would say Kaisura. Kaisura. Okay, you know what? We have to start playing Kaisura. Okay. Let's do that. Sorry, guys. We have to start playing at some point. Kara. Oh, that's not bad. So we are Kaisura Nerdsworth. Female Meadow Folk Paladin of the Bleak Walker tribe. With Flames of Devotion. With the White That Wends, we are an explorer. We are from the White That Wends, and we are an explorer. Our appearance is pretty baller. And we have a female feisty voice. So, like I said, I created a new character in WoW the other day, and I spent about, an hour doing this. So, an entire episode on choosing a name. Yeah. Kaishura.